Hello everyone, this is Dr. Mitesh Gala. Welcome to Rough Book, a learning companion.
Today, this is exercise 26A. Regarding rectilinear figures, we just did two exercises, and the third one I have kept it on hold right now. I'm going to send that a little later. So right now let's begin with coordinate geometry, and rectilinear, the third exercise, we shall do it later. So don't bother about it right now. Coordinate geometry is all about graphs. As in, you'll have a graph with x-axis, y-axis and the calibration which we already know, and then plotting the points. It's all called about coordinate geometry. Where do you think does this help you in life? Yes, it does help, especially in geography. In order to find the location of a particular place, okay, you use this. Nowadays, even in higher technology like using your sonar or using your ship's navigation or navigation of the aircrafts and all that, so they use all these graphs. If you've seen any movies in which they show about the aeroplane ka cockpit and all, in that you will see such graphs. All right, so this is very essential in order for us to understand if you want to get into any kind of field, whether it is business or whether it is science or whether it is research. Even in business, they use all these points plotting in order to find out the amount of profit they made or the amount of loss they made. All this we will see in the next chapter called as graphical representation. How is this helpful? The application is in the second topic. Right now in coordinate geometry, we will understand the basics. Two things I want you to remember. Word number one is called as abscissa. Abscissa. And number two is called as ordinate. Abscissa is the x-axis and ordinate is the y-axis. So if you plot a point on the x, the rule is first always you will plot x and then you will plot y. So for example, if I am plotting 8 by 7, so I'll look at 8 for x and then 7 for y. 7 is going to be right in the middle. So this is the particular point which is 8 by 7 and I call this point as point A. Are you getting this? So x, which is 8, is called as abscissa, and 7, which is y, is called as ordinate. So are we clear with these two terminologies, ordinate and abscissa? We are going to see this points very soon. Very soon we are going to use abscissa and ordinate. Okay. Now let's look at this particular equation. This equation is basically a simultaneous or a linear equation. So when two linear equations you solve together, you call simultaneous. Right now this is not simultaneous, this is just a linear equation. So in the linear equation, okay, you can see y and x, two variables over here. So the question is which is the dependent and which is the independent. Independent means you can put the values whatever you want, and dependent means based on the value what you've put, the answer will come for the second one. So use your common sense and tell me, is y dependent variable or x dependent, and which one is independent? So I can assume the value of x, anything that I want to. So therefore x becomes independent, and whatever value I put, I will have to calculate and get the value of y. So y is dependent on x. Are you understanding? Y is getting dependent on x. So in this case I would say x is dependent and x is independent and y is dependent on the value of x. Can you figure out for these three as well what is dependent, what is independent? Pause the video, take a minute, complete, and then come back. Yeah, now that you're back, y obviously is independent, and x is dependent. Likewise, this y is independent, x is dependent on this value. X again independent, y dependent on the value what you choose to put for x. Now why would you put a value for x? That we will see in the next part of the exercise of this chapter, that is 26b. That's the time we will understand. This is very simple, don't get too much into it. The most important part is this and after this. So here they say that the first is the solution to 4 and this one the solution is another 4. That is, this is the solution for the first one, this is the solution for the second one. Find the values of x and y. Very simple. So just take x minus 1 equals to 4 and solve. Then take y plus 3 equals to 4 and solve. Come on, pause the video, get me both the answers and then come back. So obviously x in this case should be 5, and then we will say y plus 3 equals to 4. So y is equal to 1. Was that very simple? Yeah. Let's go with the second one. 5x minus 3y equals 4 and minus 3x plus y equals to minus 4. So in this case we'll have to apply simultaneous equations. So I'm multiplying this by 3. So I will get minus 9x plus 3y minus 12, 5x minus 3y, 4 cancels. I get minus 4x is equal to minus 8. So x becomes 2. Substitute the value of x in the first or second equation. So minus 3x plus y equals to minus 4. So 2 will go here, so it will become minus 6. Going on the other side, it will become plus 6. So I get the value of y as 2. Was this simple? How many of you all managed to get this on their own? How many of you all realize this is simultaneous? Very simple, not really great. Let me just recheck this. 6 goes on the other side, plus 6, correct. Likewise, the same type is sum number 6 part 2. This is one part, this is second part. Solve each part at a time and get me the values of a and b. Come on, try it. So first I am taking the LCM. 2a minus 3 by 3 equals to a by 2. Cross multiply, so I get 4a minus 6 equals to 3a. 4a minus 6 equals to 3a. 3a goes on the other side, so only a, 6 coming on this side. So we managed to get the answer. Let's try for the second part. 3 15s are 45, 3 4s are 12, 7 2s are 14 minus 7. So now 12b goes on the other side, so I get 26b, plus 7 goes on the other side, so I will get 52. So the value of b therefore becomes 2. Really simple. How many of you all got this? Superb. Come on, let's race this time. How many of you all racing with me? 6 part 3. The first part is right over here, solve get x. Second part is here, solve get y. Come on. 5x minus 5 minus x half 3 minus x. So 2 going on the other side. So first 5 2s are 10x minus 5 into 2. So 10 minus minus plus 2 into x, 2x. Are you getting it? I did two things over here, minus and minus minus plus, and I multiplied all by 2 as well at the same time. 3 minus x. So 10 plus 2 12, plus 1 13, and 3 plus 10 also 13. So I get the value of x as 1. How many managed? That means you come halfway back over here to check, no? Cheaters, you should have finished the entire sum and then come over here. Come on, do the second part. 4 plus y by 3. So 3 4s are 12, 3 3s are 9, 4 plus y. So 9 goes on the other side, so it will become 10. 4 goes on the other side and I get it as 8. Let me recheck. 12 and 9. So 9 goes on the other side, 9 plus 1 10. 4 coming on this side, so 12 minus 4 is 8. So y becomes 8 by 10, that is 4 by 5. So you got to leave it here only at 4 by 5. How many of you all managed to get this? Brilliant. Alright, let's go with the next one. Go on to the graph sheet. Okay. You have to plot all these points. This is your sum number 2. So pause the video, draw the x and y, calibrate it 2 4 6 8. First value is going to be x coordinate, second value is going to be y coordinate. So look at the x and y. If you still get confused, look at this one. I am showing it to you. 3 by 6. So draw a 3 ka line. See, 3 is over here and 6 is over here. 3 is for x and 6 is for y. So from 3, draw a straight line. And 6 on y. So from 6, draw a straight line. Wherever these two intersect, that becomes your point. So put a dot and a circle and name it as B. Fair enough. Drawing the lines will make it very simple, and gradually once you got the knack on it, then no need to draw the lines, you can directly plot it. Okay. So let's plot the next one. 0 by 4. This is interesting. 0 for x. So x ka 0 is right over here and y ka 4. So y ka 4 is here. So that should be your point C, called as 0 by 4. Write the coordinates also wherever whatever you plotted. So 3 by 6, 8 by 7. Are you getting it, everybody? Yeah? Come on, pause it. Give me all the remaining points. 0 by minus 4. So 0 for x and minus 4 for y. So this is my point D, 0 by minus 4. 3 by 2. 3 by minus 2. So that should be here. 3 for x and minus 2 for y. So that is E, 3 by minus 2. Minus 2 by 5. So minus 2 and 5 goes up. So that becomes F, minus 2 by 5. And then minus 3, 0. So minus 3 and 0 is right here. Minus 3 for x and 0 for y. That is point G. 5 0. So 5 for x and 0 for y. See, whenever you see a 0, no, there is a technique. I'll show it to you. Just hold on. 5 comma 0. If x coordinate is 0, then the point will lie on y axis. If y coordinate is 0, the point will lie on x axis. For example, 0 4. So 0 4. Can you see x is 0? So it lies on y axis right over here. That is your point C. Again, x0, so it lies on y axis. Now y0, so it lies on the x axis. Can you see that? Is that differentiation clear? Minus 4 minus 3, so minus 4 minus 3 should be here, and I will call this point as I. Minus 4 minus 3. How many of you all were able to plot everything? Remember, the first coordinate, that is x, is called as abscissa. The second coordinate, y, is called as ordinate. We are going to use that very soon. I want everyone to now go on to sum number 4. This is a very simple chapter. You will rather enjoy it. Okay, if you look at sum number 4 in your textbook, they have given you a diagram like this with A, B, C, D all plotted, and some questions have been asked. So now you need to use abscissa and ordinate. Abscissa means x and ordinate means y. Super. So now the first one, they say write all the points whose abscissa is 2. So abscissa 2 means look at x, abscissa 2, and look at all the points whose abscissa is 2. So put a line or a scale and that will give you the answer. So what is your answer? A and D, because A is 2 by 2 and D is 2 by minus 4. So A and D, for both of them, the abscissa is 2. See, A is 2 by 2 and D is 2 by minus 4. So in both their cases, this first one, that is x coordinate, that is abscissa, is 2. So therefore we call it over here as point A and point D. Is that clear, everybody? Come on, hit the rest of the questions and come back once you are done. Ordinate is 0. Ordinate matlab y should be 0. So if y is 0, what did I tell you? If y is 0, the point will lie on x axis. So which are the points on x axis? Only B. So write over here point B. Ordinate is 3. Ordinate matlab x axis nahi, y axis. So go to y at 3. Put your scale. So I can see C and E. So write over there point C and point E. Ordinate minus 4. So y axis minus 4. I can see only one point, that is D. So I will write over here point D. Clear? Are you with me? Great job. Abscissa is 5. Abscissa matlab x. So x is 5. So 5, I can see H, B and G, all three of them. So write over there point H, B and G. Fair enough? The next one. Abscissa is equal to ordinate. So whatever the abscissa, same should be the ordinate. So look at the points which have like this. See, 2, 2. Abscissa and ordinate both are same. So obviously first one is point A. There can be more points also. So check. So this is 4 by 4. I can see I. B is definitely not there. E is 6 by 3. Not there. H 5 by 5. Yes. So H, I, both of them. G is 5 by minus 3. No. 2 by minus 4. No. Even if it is 2 by minus 2, that's fine. Because in that case, the units are same. That is 2 and 2. Although it is negative. So don't bother about that. Minus 4, minus 3. No. Minus 4, 3. No. So only two more points, H and I. So write there point H and point I. Okay. The last one, ordinate half of abscissa. So that means if abscissa, see, ordinate is half of abscissa. So if abscissa is 10, ordinate will be 5. Half of that. Are you getting it? So look at each point. A 2 by 2, not possible. B 5 by 0, not possible. C minus 4 by 3. 4 and 3, no connection, as half. Not possible. D 2 by minus 4. Look at this carefully. They said ordinate should be half. But here abscissa is half. So again not possible. E 6 by 3. Yes. So point E. Why? Because 6 by 3, no? So 6 by 3, that means ordinate is half of abscissa. Getting it? Then after E, F, minus 4 minus 3, not possible. H 5 5 not possible, and I 4 4 not possible. So the only possibility is point. Did you get it? Point D. Great job. Go to the next one. I want you to try sum number 7 part 2. Read the question, draw the diagram, pause the video and see how far can you go. Once you're done, come back. It's going to be very simple. 90% kids will get it on your own. I have full confidence on you all. Come on, pause it right now. So they have given us A, B, C, D is a rectangle, I think, right? Let me read 7 part 2. In each of the following coordinates are rectangle A, B, C, D. So A, B and D have been given. C is what you have to find. So let's plot first these three. A 4 by 2. So 4 by 2 is A. B minus 2 2. So minus 2 by 2 is B. Always have the habit of dot with a circle, coordinate and write the coordinates. That's the perfect way of plotting a point. 4 by minus 2. So 4 by minus 2 is point D. Now construct your rectangle using your scale, and then automatically what you will get is point C ka coordinates. Let's see. So I drew this, and now obviously it's common sense, the next point is going to be here, because this can come here to complete it as a rectangle, and this also will come here. Yeah, so automatically I get my point C. Now read the values. So what are the coordinates? Minus 2 by minus 2. First the x-axis, then the y-axis. So C is minus 2 by minus 2. Your question is find the coordinates of C. That's it. Plot and get the coordinates of point C. See, I'll read the entire question. The question says, in each of the following, find 3 vertices of rectangle. By plotting the points, find in each case the coordinates of the 4th vertex. Simple. How many managed to get this? Brilliant. Can we do this last one, 7 part 4? On the same graph, if you want, you should do, so that you don't waste time. Those who don't have graph sheets, go on to the Google. You will get such graph papers in the images. Take a printout. It's very simple. So you will never get stuck. Still, if you don't have, go on ruled lines, write 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 as 1 centimeter. Okay, and make your own graph sheet. That also is possible. If there is a will, there is a way. B 10 by 4. So 10 by 4. You can do it on the same graph sheet right now to save your graph paper. In the exam, obviously no. Okay. So B 10 by 4. So B 10 by 4. The first point. 0 by 4. So 0 by 4 is C. 0 by minus 2. So 0 by minus 2 D. Okay, let's complete this diagram in order to get the value of the 3rd vertex of the rectangle. So it should look somewhat like this. I am purposely drawing it in green so that you get an idea. In the exam you are going to do all this in pencil, no using markers or anything else. Alright, here this point now. So we got B, C, D. So this is A, which is 10 by minus 2. So you write over here A is equal to 10 by minus 2. So we not only drew, we also got the 4th vertex. Fair enough? Was this simple, everybody? Great job. Next one, sum number 9. Read it, aram se you will get it. There is nothing great. They just say first plot ACD, then get the coordinates of B if this is a rectangle. Same sum, and then there is something new. So first draw this, and then we'll talk about the new part, how to get that. So don't bother it about the second part. First do this much. It's very simple. See, it says ACD are the vertices of a square, not even rectangle but square. Okay, so find vertex B. So minus 2 by 4. Minus 2 by 4 is A. 4 by 10. So 4 by 10 is C. Minus 2 by 10. Minus 2 by 10 is D. So can you imagine the square over here? Obviously without drawing the point is this, that is B, which should be 4 by 4. So you will say therefore B becomes 4 by 4. But complete your diagram please. Okay. So let's complete the diagram. So that's your diagram. Now let's look at the other parts what they have asked. They say find the coordinates of midpoint of BC. So BC, okay, midpoint of this. So one block up, one block down, the middle block you will have to take the midpoint of that. Call it as some alphabet, let's call it as E, and then read the values. Here it is 4 and here it is 7. So 4 by 7. So BC ka midpoint is 4 by 7, that is point E. Fair enough? Midpoint of CD, come on your own, get it? CD, so one block, and this is the point. I'm calling it as F. 1 by 10 is what I get. So F 1 by 10. You can always write over here also as 1, 3 and so on. So it becomes easy for you to interpret in case if you are not able to do it this way. And even if you write 2, 4, 6, 8, that also is fine. Intersection of the diagonals. So you got to find the coordinates of the intersection of the diagonals. So first draw your diagonals and let's see where do they intersect. So in this case, this is the point of intersection. Let's call it as O. No, don't call it as O because 0 is already there. It will confuse. So P. So P is what? 1 by 7. So I get P as 1 by 7. Fair enough? Were you able to manage to draw the square, get B, and then these parts on your own? Pat your back, guys. Good job. Don't worry. These are all simple sums. Don't expect them in the exam. That's why you're getting it. Kidding, you might get a sum like that, so don't bother. Next one, 11th. In the 11th one, they say first plot A as 5 by minus 7. So 5 and minus 7, that's A. Okay, now the latter part is very interesting. Pause, on your own, try and come back. They say plot A 5 by minus 7. From A, draw AM perpendicular to X and AN perpendicular to Y. Write the coordinates of M and N, that's it. So from A perpendicular to X axis as AM. So that's my point M. Okay. And then AN perpendicular to Y axis. So that's N. So what will be the coordinates of M and what will be the coordinates of N is what your question is. So this becomes 5 for X, for Y nothing, so 0. Come on, get me this one. First X, that is 0, then Y, that is minus 7. So write over here 5 comma 0, 0 comma minus 7. That's it with the question, guys. Show a perpendicular sign. You don't have to construct anything, just draw normal lines, because they said draw a line. They are not saying construct or anything with compass and scale and all that. X axis, whatever, write the coordinates of M and N. So you wrote the coordinates of M and N. That's it, you're sorted. How many got this? Don't expect this in the exam. Very simple. Yeah, they are just building you in order to get on to the tough questions. Okay. The last one, sum number 12. Come on, everyone. Pause the video, draw your graphs and begin. A 3 by 4. So 3 by 4 is A. B minus 2 by 4. 3 by 4. B minus 2 by 4. Minus 2 and 4. C minus 2 minus 1. So minus 2 minus 1. So somewhere here. Okay. Now what is the question? Let's read it. They say ABCD, whatever points, get D and find the area of the square. So let's complete the square first and get the coordinates of point D. Here you go. Obviously we can predict the point is going to be somewhere here, obvious. Connect it and get the coordinates. So the coordinates for point D would be what? 3 by minus 1, correct? So write over here D as 3 by minus 1. So we managed to get the coordinates of D. How about the area? So area of the square is side square. How will I get one side? If you do not understand how to get, use your scale. Very simple. So with the scale I can see it as 5 centimeters. If your observation is good, count 1, 2. So these are 2 and 2, 4 and 1, 5 centimeters. So 5 square, 25 centimeter square. Got it? Was it very simple? Great job. For your homework, I want you to do the following sums. So homework, you can do sum number 6 part 1, 7 part 3, 8, 10 part 2, collinear it is, collinear means in a straight line, and sum number 13. Try these sums as homework. I am 100% sure you will get it. So don't worry about it. Okay. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you followed everything most importantly. And I hope that you are doing your work on regular basis.
Hope you had a lovely mathematics experience with the rough book, our learning companion.